Good morning. Well, I'm sure you can hear me, no problem. But, well, of course I can't hear you. I can't hear hardly anything because at the place next door, they have in front of the house two big pine trees. Those two big pine trees, they are taller than anything else in the neighborhood. Right? And as we found out a few days ago, there's a problem with the water pipe that comes from the road that goes to the house. And so the city is there right now fixing that connection. And what they had to do is dig down, and the connection is right by the tree's roots, right? And the landlord was all worried. He says, I'm going to have to cut those trees down because they're going to dig a hole there, and that's just going to, weaken them too much. And we said, no, don't worry about your trees. Our tree at the front, same thing happened a few years ago, where they had to get to the water connection and they had to dig out. They had those trees completely bare root. As you can hear, they suck out all the dirt and then they put it all back, and it's just as good as new. Our tree didn't notice a thing. So we reassured him that the tree would probably be fine, and but whatever happens, he can still cut the tree down, but he didn't have to cut it down in anticipation of a problem. They're two lovely trees. I know, Martina hates them because they're so dirty. They drop pine cones, of course. But, they're nice and they provide a lot of shade. And the tree, the street would be so bare if all the trees that were along the road, along the street, were cut down. So it's bad enough that the street is getting widened and a couple of trees will have to come down. But, don't take ones down that don't need to come down. And those don't. But I just walked by there a minute ago and, it's right by the poor trees. But they know what they're doing. They can't do this and destroy everyone's trees in the city. They're good at it, and the trees will be fine. But, of course, they're being very noisy while they're at it. Let's see if you can glance over there. See the guy in the orange there? So I thought maybe you shouldn't go outside because it's noisy, but I don't like sitting around inside. And the kittens are sleeping, so I thought just come outside. It's not so hot yet that I'll swell up. It's going to be a hot one. And I need to come out and read because I had a thing with my sister last night, and I raised my voice. She called and we had a discussion, and it's about our parents, of course, and I won't burden you with the details, but yeah. I didn't yell at her or anything like that, but I was actually jumping up and down at the phone. Only my husband saw me. But I was jumping up and down. Oh, goodness. I just, you know how it is, over time you forget? Well, over time she had forgotten. I could sense that in our last few meetings, that she seemed less and less sympathetic. Whereas the first time when I explained to her, or earlier when I explained to her and to her son and her daughter-in-law and all the whole company what happened and why I was being like this with my parents, everything seemed fine. But over time, people forget what I said, and they think that time will change things. Sure. Only if you're willing to let them change. I'm willing to let them change, but my parents aren't. Anyway, I'd been sensing a lessening and lessening of sympathy. And it came to a point last night, and she called, and I raised my voice over the phone, and it's not good. But I finally, when I was lying in bed, and husband was sleeping and I was lying there wide awake, I went for a walk last night during the closing ceremonies. Longer walk than I usually do. Didn't really help, or as they usually do. This one didn't. Finally, I'm lying in bed, and I went, you know what? Screw them. They can think what they like. I think what I like. And if they don't like it, then they can keep it. Sorry for my language, but that's it. I don't have to take that stuff, and I'm not going to. So anyway, I finally fell asleep, no problem. Woke up this morning, and I don't know, I've never had that before. The first moment of waking up where nothing was in my mind was that big, as if my brain was still on the same track as it was the night before when I fell asleep. What the hell are you doing, brain? You just slept all night with no problems. Why are you back on the same track? And it was gone. And I'm okay. I mean, I'm not okay, but I'm okay. So I did not want to stay inside and just mope with the kitten sleeping. So I'm coming out here. I am out here, and I'm going to read my book because my book is fun and I need some diversion. So even though it's hot as anything, it's going to be over 30 today. As you can see, major sun, although I'm not in the sun, I'm under my tree. I've got to put a new, well, my off is okay. I've got it attached to my straps. But I have to put a refill in. Anyway, I'm going to be seeing my sister-in-law probably this week, either Tuesday or Thursday. Might be going to the market. See if we can get my daughter to come along. She wants to. There. I've told you everything. Everything. My sorry life. Really, I don't care. Come on, little bug. Thank you for that yesterday, Rock. I'm going to keep an eye out for that caterpillar. That was a little burning sensation on my elbow, and that's what it was, that caterpillar. I touched it, must have. And I will now not touch a caterpillar. And not that I did it on purpose. It was an accident. I didn't even know the caterpillar was there. Didn't know that those caterpillars cause burning sensations. Did you, Morning Dove? Anyway. Das ist alles. Ich hab genug. Ich hab genug. I've had it. And I've had enough. Ta for now.